Hi, I'm Holly and I'm in the Year 12 Bakery kitchen, and today we're going to be talking about a basic buttercream recipe. So buttercream is a really uncomplicated thing to make. It comprises of 3 main ingredients but is totally essential if you want to get a delicious cake. And I'm going to show you how to get it really lovely, light and fluffy and delicious. So the ingredients I have here is first of all some butter. I've got 500 grams, and this I've got really nice and soft, and that's really, really important. In fact, it's probably the most important thing when you're making your buttercream, that you have this at the right temperature. So you can see it's just really lovely and soft. It's not melted, but has a really squidgy sort of texture. If you are somewhere quite cold, then just pop it in the microwave for sort of 20-second bursts, just so that you achieve this really nice soft texture with your butter. Next, we've got a kilo of icing sugar, and this must be sieved so that you get rid of all those lumps and bumps. You don't want any of those in your nice buttercream. And finally, I have some milk here, which I use just a splash of that, but it depends really on the temperature of where it is that you're working. So we're in London, and at the moment it's quite chilly, so I expect that I will need to use a fair bit of milk to get the right texture. If you're working somewhere where it's quite nice and warm, then you probably won't need very much at all, if any, because it will just be a nice soft temperature already, just given the temperature that you've got in your room. And then finally, we have here a mixer, which is totally important if you want to get your buttercream nice and soft and whippy. And we use this beating attachment to it. And then I just suggest that you might want one of these covers which goes around the bowl, because when you add your icing sugar, it does tend to cloud up everywhere, and you can get a lot of it all over your kitchen. So let's get started. Okay, so first thing to do is put your butter into the mixer. And we're going to beat this now for a good 4 or 5 minutes to really change the colour and the texture of it. We want it to go really nice and pale. So I'm just going to put my beating attachment on there. And like I said, 4 or 5 minutes you need to beat this. So you can see now that the texture of the butter has completely changed. It's gone much, much paler, and has got a really lovely, whippy, light texture to it, as it's incorporated lots of nice air and it's added some bulk. So I'm just going to give it a scrape down, because you get, with these mixes, bits on the bottom which don't get whizzed by the beater. So you just want to make sure you've got every last bit of your butter. So that's nearly there. I'm just going to whisk it for about another minute before we add our sugar. So that is looking mighty fine. That's just what we're looking for. So next, to add the sugar. Now I suggest you do this in 2 stages. First of all, so that it gets incorporated gently and really properly. Also, just to save on those massive icing sugar clouds that tend to erupt when you make buttercream. So I'm just going to sprinkle in about half. Now, to help with that cloud, I also add a tiny bit of milk at this stage. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that back in, and then we put in the rest. So this is where it's a good idea just to check your texture. So although that's nice and pale, I still feel it's a bit stiff. I just want it to be a little bit looser. So I'm going to add a bit more milk. And we'll give it another whisk. So let's just have a final check. Yeah, that's looking pretty perfect now. You can see that that is really soft and pale. It's incorporated a lot of air, super spreadable. It's just what we're looking for. I think I need to have a tidy up. It's a complete mess here. And here we have our delicious bowl of buttercream ready to use. You can add some different flavours if you like, so you could add some vanilla, for example, or some lemon. Coffee would be delicious, but it's pretty awesome just as it is as well. And it's so versatile. You can use it to fill your layer cakes, you can use it to pipe on top of cupcakes, you can pipe some buttercream roses, all sorts of things, and of course it is just so scrummy. So please do send me photos of your work using this recipe. Also love to see any big icing clouds you get coming out of your mixers when you make it. And do give us a subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. Like this video if you liked it. I'll be here this time next week, so hopefully I will see you then.